I'm Nicola Morgan, and I'm going to read you two very short extracts from my new novel Death Watch, which is published in the UK by Walker Books. Chapter 1. The Watcher. In the hooded darkness he watches from a high window, staring into the night. October has begun, and leaves twist and fall. Between the trees he has an almost perfect view of a nearby street and one particular house, the one with the black door. Sometimes he sees the people in it come and go, then he knows when the house is empty or when only one person is in it. It is someone he thinks about often now, perhaps too often for his own good. He is reading his notes about many things, about everything in his head, or almost everything, in a notebook with creamy, thick, unlined paper, which he has bought for exactly this purpose. Some of the things he writes are painful to remember and hard to put into words. There is a wetness on his cheek. He brushes it away angrily and takes a deep breath, hardening his mouth and the muscles in his jaw. His eyes narrow. He has almost reached the hardest part of his work. He feels in a hurry to move on, but he must be patient. Precise by nature, he is military in his need for order, and things must be just right. And now he has something else to consider, someone else. This has begun to intrude and worry him. He wishes he did not need to think about it, but he feels partly responsible, guilty. Trickles of rain run down the window. Stretching the stiff fingers of his left hand as if in pain, he touches the glass and traces the wriggling lines as they slither. He stops watching and turns to something else. He needs a break from his note-making. There is something he had wanted to do earlier in the evening, but he had made himself wait, tantalizing himself. Now he allows himself this small treat. He takes a pen with a good nib and begins to write slowly on a small card in well-formed letters, Odonata anisoptera libellula forensis, and he blows the ink dry before placing it next to the insect sitting waiting in its plastic box, his new dragonfly. He smiles. His insect collection has a new addition. The next extract is from later in the book, when Kat does something on the internet that she will come to regret. She turned back to the laptop, looked at the screen, and gasped, her skin going cold as the blood rushed to her heart. The whole screen was taken up with one picture, an enormous spider, its legs almost furry, its eyes still and staring, watching her. Kat shook the mouse, and the spider shrank into the corner, occupying the FizzPlace icon. Her screen now looked normal, but her heart was still racing. All her concentration was focused on the screen. Something horrible was happening, and she had no idea what it was. She clicked on the symbol and quickly started typing into the message space. "Hi, nice to meet you, but I hate spiders. Can you change your symbol, please?" Silence. She typed again. "Look, sorry, but I really, really hate spiders." Nothing. She felt cold. A chill crawled down her neck. What had she done? Who had she let into her computer? But she knew who it was. It had to be Danny. Danny knew she hated spiders and insects, and Danny was angry with her. Danny would do something like this. "Danny?" Silence. "I know it's you. Why are you so pathetic?" "I'm not Danny." "Who then?" Silence. Of course it was Danny. "Who are you?" Silence. And now, cold inside, Kat realized something. She actually hoped it was Danny. Because if it wasn't, who was it? There's more about Death Watch on my website at nicolamorgan.co.uk, where you can also find details of how to get the free but very nasty screensaver. If you dare,